Everyone, my name is Jason. I'm here for Daily Dose of Hope Day 246. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you again. A Daily Dose of Hope is just that. It's just a little dose of hope in a time where things are a little bit, things are going a bit crazy. So it's just a little bit of hope to keep you on the neutral path so that you're not going down into the depths of polarity. And so I've been coming on for about 246 days, and sorry I missed yesterday. I had a big old show yesterday. This string quartet that I wrote a long time ago. String quartet is two violins, viola, and a cello, and it's made famous by Beethoven string quartets, Mozart string quartets, Ravel, Debussy, all these things. But so I wrote this string quartet about almost more than 10 years ago, and it had a lot of performances, and last night was another one. First one in about 6 years, though, which was nice. And so it was just, I got called the night before, though, to play guitar to open it up. So I was just kind of arranging the melodies just to introduce it out of the blue, which was kind of fun. And hey, Michael, and hey, Kathy. Hey. So Michael, you say, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Again. So Kathy, you say, hello, Hope Gang. Yeah, Hope Gang. So yeah, and then I had my student recital today, and I was just sitting there watching everyone, struggling to play. Classical guitar is one of the most difficult instruments. There are other difficult instruments, but classical guitar is one of the difficult ones. I know there's a lot of cellists who play guitar as well, and they'll say that the cello is so easy compared to the guitar. It's just there's so much involved in it, and you put so much work into it, but it's such a quiet sound that people don't even know. Like they're like, "Oh, that sounds good, great, whatever." With piano, if you're playing Liszt, you're like, "Ga ga 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 ga," and everyone's like, "Wow, whoa, you're a pianist, that's great." But guitar, you're just like, "I just spent 1,000 hours on this piece," and everyone's like, "That's beautiful. Thank you very much for your time." It's like, no. So yeah. So why would you want to pick up that instrument? I was thinking that while I was um, watching my students perform and watching the other students perform, and it was just, yeah, I mean, it's just this love for the instrument first of all, and also the love for the quality of the tone, and also just this, there's just something that it calls to you. And when you perform, it's almost like a spiritual task too, just like anything spiritual. I mean, it seems like insurmountable. Like, how am I supposed to, for example, clear my mind? It's impossible, right? But when you actually get to it, and you don't get to it all the time, but sometimes you'll reach something and you're like, oh, I saw it, I saw it, I saw it. And then you're just like, you're hooked. You're like, yes. And also for me too, like playing the guitar itself, it has a really soothing sound, so it really relaxes you. For me, it's kind of like another spiritual practice. And but yeah, so everyone is just playing the guitar. Why are they playing this musical instrument? They're looking for hope, and they're finding it. They're finding it in just standing in front of people, and overcoming their fears of performing in front of people, and then overcoming all of this technical difficulties where you have to use both of their hands doing different things. And it's just, so it's a really wonderful thing. I recommend learning an instrument. It's such a great rewarding thing to do, because then you have the performances, and then you're in front of people, and you get that warmth, and you get the community, and it's really nice. And I've always, and the guides have backed this up too, that music is a kind of a mirror of the spiritual life, and also the spiritual practice. It's very similar, and music is in itself drawing down of energies from higher dimensions, if done right. if A lot of that's something with music too, is that this concept of competition, and making everything like a competition. You won this competition, this competition, this competition, these kind of things, and comparing people, and that is a matrix kind of thing to draw down the frequency of it. So instead of it just being something that moves you and makes you feel good, it just becomes something else, right? But anyway, I've gone on too long about this. So that was, I guess, what I wanted to talk about for some reason. Another thing that's interesting to me is that um, there's been talk about this. It's wavelength suppression. Wavelength suppression field is a term that I heard used today, and I thought it was really cool because I've channeled, um, I channeled Tiamat and about these frequency devices that are used to lower our frequency. Sorry, I changed the topic a bit. But there are these frequency devices that are used, they're broadcasting energy out in order to lower our frequency or to keep us in a kind of, kind of brain dead state, and to keep us sad, to keep us angry, to keep us stuck in our emotions. And and I've heard this term a few times, but it just popped up again, wavelength suppression field. And I thought, wow, that's really cool. So I have to look into that a little bit more. Because I know here a lot of veiled places, like the place that I live in is a very veiled place. There are things that are veiled, basically. And you can feel, when you're in a veiled place, you'll feel it because you can feel that there's everything on the outside looks like it's glimmering and everything's okay, but when you arrive in that scene, if you see it in a photograph, if you're not looking at it with your third eye, you think, oh, nice place. But you arrive there and you think, well, what's going on? It looks beautiful on the outside, but there's something veiled. There's something that is hidden that's there that is not being seen. And but anyway, so one of that's a veil. They use frequencies to veil different areas. Well, anyway, I'm going on too much about this, but sorry. I think I'm a bit scatterbrained today. Must be the full moon influence here. So I'm going to go into a channeling, and I'd like them. Yeah, have them tell us a little bit more. Explain wavelength suppression fields and what that's all about. And yeah, because I haven't channeled anything about this, well, that word per se. And yeah, yeah. Okay, so guys, tell us about that. And here we go. Okay, hold on. Let me just pause this. Okay, here we go. Okay. Hmm. Greetings, we are Sanat, and we're here, and we're here, and we're here. We are the one that you know of as sanatkumara. We are one of many. We are a collective of sorts. And what we'd like to bring forth today is that, of course, as you all are probably already aware, your universe and your world is much, much more interesting than you could ever imagine. The things that you see on the surface on your planet are just the tip of the iceberg. There are so many things going on. Your world is so much more interesting than your history books could ever write about. Your world is a world of fantasy. Your fantasy novels come nowhere close. Your science fiction is nowhere close to where you are, to the place that you live, to the amazing world that you are living in. And as you become more and more aware of the power of frequency, you see, frequency is an expression of creation. Now, creation happens within you. You are pure love. You are love incarnate. And whatever it is that you want to create, you will use your frequency to create. The frequency will shape things into form. And so when you speak it, it becomes. When you speak things, when you think things, they become. You think something in your mind, and then you start to speak about it, and then you find a few days later that it is present in your reality. That is the power of frequency. Frequencies are very, very powerful, and you have more than enough control over frequency if you are only aware of it, but you are taught not to be aware of frequencies. Now, frequencies have very much power. If you are not aware of frequencies, frequencies can tune you because you are, in that sense, a radio. You are picking up on many, many different frequencies. But in addition to being a radio, you are also able to tune yourself as well to the frequency that you would like to listen to, the frequency that you would like to be on. You can tune yourself every day to that frequency that you would like to hear. And if you are consciously tuning yourself, you will find that you can tune yourself to the frequency of love that is being broadcast across your planet and across the universe all of the time, eternally. And all you need to do is shift your frequency a bit and tune in to that frequency of love. And this idea of wave suppressions, yes, but that is not something that you need to worry about, because you are in control of your tuning device, and you can tune in beyond those suppressions. You see, this tuning device, this suppression device, only works on a lower dimension. It doesn't work on the dimension that you are working on. And so it is very easy for you to circumvent this, but you need to be aware. All you need to do is be aware that you are not of this place, and that is all. And that is the way that you circumvent that. It does not have power per se. It only has power in secrecy. And so if you don't understand your own power, if you don't understand your own frequency, then you can be tuned to that frequency. But if you understand your frequency, then it is impossible for you to be tuned, because you are made of love. All right. So it's a short one. I'm going to go into a bit of a pocket of peace. All right. So this is a pocket of peace to bring a pocket of peace. Yeah, let's just a pocket of peace. Something that we don't necessarily need to do, but there's so many people out there that might not know how to tune themselves. And so I guess there's two ways we could go about this. The one way we could do it is we could disable the wavelength suppression fields. But I think that's kind of like not an elegant answer. I think a more elegant answer is that if we put in the ability for people to surpass them, because just disabling them, they could just create another one. But if we give everyone the way, and we upload that to the mass consciousness, the way to circumvent the frequency devices, which is basically just be aware of your frequency. So let's do that. So those frequency devices can remain as they are, as a testament to our power, that we can't be affected by them. And so instead of attacking them, we'll just say, oh, nice technology, but it doesn't have any effect on us, because we're made of love, and we are connecting with fifth dimensional and higher energy. And these devices don't work, only work on lower dimensions. And so, yeah. So, all right. And so let's add that as part of our pocket of peace today. Uploading that idea that you can be aware of your frequency. You can control your frequency. You don't have to be controlled by it. You don't have to fall into anger, fear, or sadness. You'll find yourself in those emotions, and you say, oh, that's interesting. Like today at my recital, there was a lot of, I could feel everyone's nervousness. It was just like, I could feel it in my heart. And what I started doing was I would like kind of flip it into something else. I would turn it into just light, and then I would just give it to everyone's higher self. Whoever whoever was feeling it, I would just send it to their higher self to use, So it was just like I kind of gift wrapped the energy as a present. Here you go. I've rearranged this nervous energy into a love energy kind of thing. So let's do that. That's our power. We don't have to take things away. All we have to do is just realize that things don't have power over us. And that is our true power. Understanding that we don't have to fight against anything. All we have to do is just realize, like, oh, right, we're not from here. We're not really affected by these things. It was fun to make believe that we were, but we're not, And so, all right, so let's just do that. I'd like you to imagine that you are surrounded by the light of unconditional love, and it is so powerful because it is the truth. And this love surrounds you and makes you feel so good. You feel so at home, more at home than you've ever felt before. And you feel that your frequency is so high. Wow, you are on fire. You're just burning through all of that negativity because it wasn't there. You're just kind of tearing down those paper walls, those paper lantern walls that weren't even there to begin with. and you're saying, oh, what a beautiful place I live in, what a beautiful world, what a beautiful time, what a beautiful place to be alive. This love is your birthright. It's been with you before you were born, it'll be with you after you go. It follows you every single second of every single day. This is yours, your birthright. And so I'd like you to just feel this love and then feel it expanding through your heart and then out throughout the universe and out throughout the whole world. So everyone is feeling this love, everyone all over the whole planet. And we're just uploading that into the mass consciousness. And we're also uploading the idea that whenever you feel that kind of sadness, when you feel that anger, all you need to do is just say, hey, you know what? That's not mine. I'm just going to see what I can do with that. You know what? Think of it as an origami, or think of it as a balloon art. Think of that energy as balloon. It looks like a scary looking balloon, but I'm just going to rearrange it and make it look like a dog or a funny face. That's all. We're just rearranging energy and realizing that all we have to do is tune our energy into this frequency of love, and that all of these other frequencies don't have any effect on us. We say, yeah, I see what you're trying to do. It's okay. I understand that you feel like you have to bring in those negative energies, but they don't affect me anymore. So whatever it is that you're trying to do just doesn't work. And I'm just shining love into your energy, into all the energies, and all those energies disappear, because the only energy that's true is love. So everything falls away in the face of love. Any fear, any sadness, anything that is not love just falls away in the most peaceful way imaginable. And this love is just changing the script of every script everywhere. Every story of sadness, of fear, of anger is now changed into a story of love. Perfect and utter love. It's a love story where everyone wins in the end. Everyone wins. You're taught that only a few people can win. That is BS. We all win. We all win in the most perfect way imaginable. The idea that only a few win and the rest have to suffer is just part of this third dimension. It's part of that idea that's trying to bring you down. It's part of that frequency. And just say, you know what? I'm not tuning into that anymore. I'm tuning into the frequency where all of us win and we all find our peace and we all find our happiness together as brothers and sisters. Yeah, that's the way to go. And that's more powerful than any of these silly stories of one person having more power than the other and all of these different silly things and one person winning, the other person losing. No, we all win here. We all win. And this isn't some cheap dime store novel about third dimension winning. No, no, no. This is true winning, where we are in contact with our complete and utter peace. And we are under no rule but the rule of love. No rule but the rule of love. All right. So that's a pocket piece for day 246. All right. So Kathy said, good work on converting gift wrapping to love at the recital. Thanks. Michael says, I'm gift wrapping some Indian food for your higher self to give you. Yeah, please. Definitely need that. Sundays are a good time for Indian food for some reason. And Kathy, you say, face pink drinking tea. Okay. I think that went a little bit over my head. And let's see. And hey, Kathy, you say, rearranging, what a phrase. Thank you. Yeah, rearranging energy. Yeah, gift wrapping it. Yeah, like those. Yeah, like those balloon art. Okay, I'm just gonna make you something really positive out of that energy. You know. All right, guys. So thank you very much. I hope you guys are hopeful, and hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow if all goes well. So go beach, and ciao for now. Thanks again, Kathy and Michael and TTT Tracy for joining in. And TT Tracy say lots of good high frequency music. Yep. And you said they sneak them in the smartphones. Yeah, definitely. Of course. Right. What a place. It's a perfect place to put it. And then to put you in a trance while you're scrolling down TikTok or scrolling in Instagram. And you're just, where did those 3 hours go? And now my mind's been rearranged. but what you can do, this is something we were talking about in the membership group, is that you can be a force for change within the social media, because you watching the social media, you affect the social media. So if you're consciously watching it, you can affect change within it. And so that's something that you can do, light working within the social media. So, but anyways, ciao for now.